Hello, happy people of the statistics world. This is Mr. Wilcox again coming to you from my kitchen table. I hope you're all doing well. Last week we were finding probabilities using the normal distribution and using the empirical rule. There are ways to find probabilities for data scores that don't fall exactly one standard deviation, two standard deviations, or three standard deviations above or below the mean. So to do that, we're going to use z-scores and z-tables. So today we're just going to start with just finding z-scores, and we'll use z-tables throughout the week. So today we're going to find z-scores. So to use a z-score, we're going to use the standard normal distribution, and I'm going to pause for a second so that you can pause the video and write down in your notebook what that is. So the standard normal distribution is the distribution that has a mean of 0, so we have 0 in the middle, and a standard deviation of 1, so we go up 1, 2, 3, and then the other direction we go -1, -2, -3. In order to change any distribution so that it looks like that, we use what's called a z-score. So we can change any data value we have given the mean and the standard deviation that that distribution has so that we can easily find the probability or the area under the curve that would correspond to the standard normal distribution. To change any value that we're given to its z-score, what we're going to do is we're going to take that value and we're going to subtract the mean away, and then we're going to divide by the standard deviation. So a z-score, again, is that value minus the mean over the standard deviation. So I have one example for you with two parts. So this is the first part. So I'm going to again pause for a second so you can write down the example, and then we'll go through it. So it says the length of an earthworm is distributed normally with a mean of 5.4 inches and a standard deviation of 5.5 inches. So that means our mu is 5.4 and our standard deviation is 0.5. So we're given find the z-score of a worm that is 4.3 inches long. So that means our x is 4.3. So remember, to find a z-score, we are going to take our x minus our mu over our standard deviation. So we're going to, in this case, we're going to take 4.3 minus our 5.4 and divide it by 0.5. So if we take 4.3 minus 5.4 and then divide that by 0.5, we get a z-score of negative 2.2. So that means when we translate this back to the standard normal distribution curve, our data point is negative 2.2 standard deviations away from the mean. All right, our second part was to find the z-score for a worm that is 6 inches long. I kept the mean and the standard deviation from before. So again, we are just going to find our z-score. So this time, our x is 6. So to find our z-score, we're again going to take our x minus our mu divided by our standard deviation. So in this case, that means our 6 minus our 5.4, then we're going to divide that by 0.5. So if you take 6 minus 5.4 and then divide it by 0.5, we get a z-score of 1.2. So that means in our standard normal deviation, this data point is 1.2 standard deviations above the mean. And that is how we found z-scores. So that is what we're talking about today. So I hope you are all healthy. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you all have a great day.